Might take 20 seconds or so. It's live. All right. It's working now. All right. Hello, everybody. Let's start off with this stream is for fundraising for the Battalion Wars 3D editor for a 2.0 version. Our goal is to add more features to the 3D editor and to pay people to do these or make these features on here. Mainly Yoshi. He did an excellent job with the current version. And as you can see here, we have an experimental dark mode that's not yet in the new builds.
Hello?
Yes. All right, well, let's see here. So starting off, I'm going to be showing off a bunch of the new features that we've added to the editor since my 1.0 video where I introduced all the features. Starting off with some important ones. If you go ahead and open the game for any reason, got the free list values here. So what this is the memory values in game, and it is hooked to Dolphin. So this sort of shows this shows how many ever units and objects you can have in a mission, how many scripts, the size of them loaded in game and stuff like that. And it's not attached to whatever level you have loaded in the editor. So that's kind of important. So if I go to, say, just a random level, let's go to a periscope. You can see the values update here as the mission loads too. So this can also help you tell if you need more memory in a specific place and if you don't. So it'll turn red and yellow if you're getting close to the maximum value. But that doesn't mean that you generally need more memory there. Sometimes it'll never go over because this is completely default right now. This is like how the original game designers made it. So this is clearly all right and won't cause any issues. But it's just for a general information thing, and it's very good to have when modding. So you can do things like this. So if I go and say I load, let's do 3.1. I'm gonna go ham wild right here. Loading. Let's say I want to add 50 fighters, just because I feel like it. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, looks like I might need another second here. My editor decided to glitch out on me. Desktop imports. Three 3.1, yes it is. That should fix it. So here we have mission 3.1. Obviously, everything looks default. Also, this bomber right here, I'm not sure what exactly this is used for, but it has all the bomber sounds and the bomber icon, but has the fighter model for some reason. No idea why that's there. Anyways, say we want to add... Let's clone the object. Now we have 2 fighters. Let's move them out a little bit. Clone. Got 4 fighters. Clone. 8 fighters. $24. That should be 48. So now we have 48 fighters. If I save this, this mission is not going to load properly. So let's go ahead and save that and demonstrate exactly what I just did. So we're going to have to go to imports and boot up my modded files. Oh, it broke. So if I go to free lists right here, show it off for a bit, you can kind of see. Well, since I overloaded it so much, it doesn't look like it showed properly here. But because it was loading, it definitely overloaded in specific areas, probably in object instances and animation instances. So don't overload it. Maybe let's remove half of them. Go back down. See if we can see the debug info as it's live. So this should still crash, to my knowledge. Clearly something's going wrong here. It's Murphy's Law that it doesn't work right whenever you're trying to show other people. And anyways, let me just fix the problem. So you're going to go to preload here. I believe it could be in level settings as part of them. Render parameters. Well, world size free list loader is going to have the main majority of them. I'm just going to go ahead and up the number of object instances by, say, 10,000 or maybe 4,000. Number of object animation instances, let's up it by... Let's make it 900. Band joints, why not make that 3,000? Let's make this 1,600. Or 16,000. Animation blends, let's just increase that to 1,200. And I don't think there should be any more needed. I think that'll do. Another thing that Yoshi has implemented recently is script editing. So now, if I just double click on this file right here, or this object in the XML, it'll decompile the script live and recompile it for you whenever you need to. So if I want to edit this script and say don't spawn this, or just completely wipe the script out and delete it, I can if I want. So that's some niceness about the new editor versions. I'm going to be making some multiplayer mods, and perhaps 1 or 2 of you guys could volunteer and we might play some in this stream as well. So that should be pretty cool. Your favorite level, huh? Yes, I bet it is. Sorry, I have the Discord muted right now because I'm kind of going over everything. I'll unmute it in a bit, and you guys will be able to be on stream with me. Alright, so we got an error. Take a look. It's like band joints. That's the error, because look, we have 0 free. The polynodes is also looks like it's kind of close to 2, but I won't up that because I don't think that one changes from experience with it. Let's look for here. Band joints, where are you? Let's make it 9,000. Save. Save it. Once we've done that, we can exit out of this. You need to reload your Dolphin every single time because it doesn't obviously apply the changes inside Dolphin. It doesn't like that. So, that's how it works. I believe it should work this time, unless it still needs more memory. Alright, let's see here. I believe it's still band joints. No. Interesting. Let's take a look at advanced. Let's add the few that we can't change. Like anything's bad here. Do it without speed ups during the loading. Alright, let's see the memory populate. Polynodes loads first. Object instances. It doesn't update fast enough. See it, I don't think. Alright. Remove these objects. And remove these objects. Let's try it again. From scratch this time. Well, no, not really. It's much simpler nowadays than it used to be, untangling the code. Oh. Oh, did I forget to restart it? Well, it's much simpler nowadays simply because we have it in there. Before it was completely separate, and it was a really awful process where we had to edit the scripts, in my opinion. Okay, it looks like I just screwed something up, so I'm gonna go to a different mission entirely. Pick a mission, any mission. Anyone in chat. And I'm going to do something crazy. Demonstrate it. Any mission at all. Chat, by the way, the stream is, by the way, 20 seconds delayed, so that's just how YouTube works. So there's nothing I can do about it. 5-3. Alright, 5-3 it is. to an Ice Station X. Let me reload it. 5, 3. Fly. All right. Here's 5, 3. And what do you say we add a butt ton of bombers? Before we do that, I wish to load the level so we can see the free list here. The actual memory available. Let's see how much memory is free right now. Alright, so numband joints is already pretty low. That is something I'll have to change right now. Let's try to see if we can get it to work properly. So let's make it 12,000. Make this 2,000. Let's increase the number of object instances to 10,000. Object animation instances to 700. Joints can be that. And why not make this 500? Save it. And let's make sure it runs before we go any further. Google does not like bombers. So it doesn't look like my change is updated. Did I not reset Dolphin entirely? Oh, I guess I forgot to save. That's probably it. Alright, writing data. Alright, we're good. Sorry if this is a little bit boring right now. I'll get to the part where I start making the custom modded missions with you guys. But I wanted to demonstrate all this first. Alright, so clearly my changes went through. Got quite a bit more. Don't know why that's blue, but it is. It loads. And now let's start cloning bombers. Let's start with 2. Eight. 16. 32. I think this is enough bombers. You can only have up to 50 units. We've already come up against that limit. So I'm going to go with 32 bombers for now. Although it'll only be 30 since 2 of them will be despawned because of the mission. At the moment. That's saved. That's a lot of bombers to add. I'm surprised it doesn't crash. Ooh, it's definitely gonna crash. Point animations, that's gonna be... Oh, wait, well, I forgot that doesn't crash the game. But it will cause some weirdness. If you look at this grunt, I bet it'll be messed up. Definitely, it's just a few. Just a few too many bombers, right? A little bit glitchy too, that's for sure. I don't have my controls set up on Dolphin right now. It's clear that we need more joint animations, but that's what causes troops to go straight to the center of the map as well. Apparently some of the bombers spawned over here. What the heck? Well, here's going to live view mode. It's gonna lag so hard. Peace. Looks like I'm switching to the actual build. The latest build of the game. Or latest build of the editor. Because my debug version is a little bit screwed up. Mainly because of me. So if I go to 5.3... Put filter view, show all, live view. I wonder what's going on with these bombers here. Let's have some fun. Hey, going. All my bombers are leaving me. I wonder, do the anti-air towers actually work, I wonder? So let's see, let's set up my controls for Dolphin. Let's see here, configure. That can be the A button. Or, that'll be click. We need Z button, so we need the extension. It'll be Z and that can be C. And I need the D-pad. Cowards for retreating. Of course they are. They're disgrace to the Tundran Empire. Tundran territories, I mean. Let's do A. Can be down. W. Alright, let's get into one of those bombers. Yeah, anti-air tower does work. I don't think it likes me giving orders to all of them. Bomb the entire towers into oblivion. Well, clearly there's not enough memory because some of the towers aren't spawning, but... I wonder if I can destroy the barricade before... I wonder if I can destroy the concrete barricade before having the bombers, and I wonder what would happen if I did. Maybe it'll just continue on with the regular mission. Apparently it will. Alright, I'm gonna open up the Discord chat. If anyone wants to come in and talk, I'll be here. Hello. Let me enable so they can hear you on stream. Alright, I think they should be able to hear you now. Can they hear you? Can you speak?
Yes.
Alright, yeah, they can hear you. Should be able to hear you in stream now.
Right.
Alright, let's get to fixing this issue real quick. So what memory values did we need? We needed joint animations. Joint anims. Alright, let's make it 20,000 instead of 2,000. Save it. Then let's reset. So what multiplayer mission would you like me to change up?
Any type?
And would you like to play with me with doing it?
I don't think I can play right now because my dolphin is not set up at all. And I don't really have the pay power right now to just start messing with it.
Okay, so
But if I have to choose a level, maybe the naval one with the ex-Slovenians and the frontier. Exchange of fire. That's it.
okay. So maybe I'll double the units on Lightning Strike then. That's a simple one that everybody always likes to do.
Or that.
Clearly my joint animations were too much. Crashing now.
It's finally good to hear how bad my mic quality is. I really have to get a new one.
Right. Can you hear me? It's okay. And now everything's working. So if we look at the memory values, look. See, nothing is full, and we have free amounts. Bombers go. Bomb the anti-air towers into oblivion. So the maximum unit count you can actually have is 50 in your HUD. And if you try to transfer to any units that aren't in your HUD, but you added them, it won't. It will crash, but it won't instantly crash if you just have them automatically. So if you like lose units and you have like 51 units, supposedly, it will stay at 50 units and you will be able to transfer to that new unit now. So there's like a limit to how many units you can actually have just starting off. Let's go bomb the anti-air guns. See how they go. I guess they haven't spawned in. Oh well. Just a few too many bombers. And no default player units. But how you would fix an issue like this with their despawning is you'd just go to the scripts and you'd go to script resources. And it would be something in here, probably the respawn. Probably going to be the respawner clip. Or it's respawner script here. Let's take a look. Despawner. Despawn complete, spawn. So. See out that script. Save it. After this, I'm going to go on to the multiplayer missions. And we can play around with those. If anybody wants, they can play with me on any of the mods that I make on the stream. Alright, let's turn off the despawning too. Let's see here. Oh, well. Anyway, Usually they have a script where they have everything in there where they just despawn things. And that's how I fixed it for 2.1 a long time ago. Boot this one up. Yep. See here, all the game script resources. Should be one called despawn. Spawning. Testing, I've never seen. Oh, it's empty. Random. Cutscene skipping. All that in here. Anyway, let's move on to the multiplayer mission. Let's do MP1. Alright, for this one, I'm just going to do a simple mod. I'm going to double all the units. Clone this object. Back. Clone the object. Back. Selected, clone the object. Back. Clone the object. Move it here. And then let's filter. Hide for troops. Clone these objects. Put them forward. And show all. Now this one has some special troops in it, so it's got these right here. So if I turn off waypoints real quick, highlight these guys, clone them. So with them in particular, I have to add them to a script. So I'm gonna have to do that. So if we look for a script, it'll probably say something about POWs. Objective 3, Legion POW camps. So we're going to need to initialize these mortar vets, these new mortar vets that we created here. So I'm going to have to go to into the object. So let's edit the object, get the ID. Let's open up the entity initialize. So we're going to go scroll all the way down here, and we're going to go look for mortar. Oh, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and clone this entity initialize. We have mortar vets 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now, take this ID and put it in 6. Let's do that real quick. Let's take this ID. Put it in 7. Take this ID. Put it in 8. And so forth. We're going to keep on doing this until we have 9 and 10 done. And initial. So yes, this is a bit annoying and tedious at the moment. We are trying to brainstorm a way to make it simpler and easier to do basic commands at the moment. So now that we have that saved, now that we finish the entity initialized, we can go back to this script right here. You know what we're going to do? Copy, paste this. We're just going to say 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So what this is doing is setting them to inactive. So it's setting them to flags, I believe, 16. And that is to have them in POW mode, so you can't actually control them. And then we also need to set them active when these other troops are set active. We're going to go to this, and we're going to make it 7, or 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So Legion Mortar Vet. Now we got to do the Solar Empire gunships. Clone the object. There. Clone the object. And move it. Save the file. Now, who wants to try? Anyone? The artillery with a heavy tank on Donatsu Island. I think the artillery makes Donatsu Island unique. I think the heavy tank would be kind of dumb because it can only go around the edge. It can't really... I don't think it could even get up on the hill. I don't know if the artillery can right now, honestly, thinking about it. Anyways, now let's open up 2 dolphin instances. Alright. Set up looking for lightning strike right now. If anyone wants to play, just say it in chat and I'll send you the mod. And you can play with me and we can test it out. Of course, I'll have to be the Solar Empire. Because I don't have my control set up for the fighters yet. Works pretty well. Now, if we go to free list info right now, we can see how close we are to overloading it. Now we still got pretty much a good amount of everything. Pretty good. Colors aren't showing on this because Windows and it's crappy. It applies a theme over all of it on Windows 11 and it's just kind of dumb. Now, we have completely doubled units. 2 battle stations. And if you take a look at our other project over here, mortar vets are all done properly as well. So let's go ahead and destroy those. Destroy those force fields. Time to get the zoomies. Everybody attack that generator. Now if we go in, attack the ammo dump, we get our mortar vets properly. 10 mortar vets. Now admittedly, some stuff might have to be rebalanced for this many troops, but nevertheless, it works. Alright, what's another mod you guys would like me to make? Spit it out in chat. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions. D-Man, you had one. I can't remember what it was now. What was it?
Can you ask me again?
What? You had an idea for a modded mission? You had an idea for a modded mission? Exchange of fire. What would you like me to do on that one?
Make the streets almost bigger, like
Exchange of fire. MP8. All right.
yeah, for that not like I don't know, 10 times as much triggers, things like that.
All right. Let's do that.
That'd be naval battle.
Alright, let's take a look at the mission and how it loads first, because I like to do that and know the memory values of what it's using already. Should have just let it run on the previous one. But I didn't. So let's try it out. Never seen that error code before. Alright, and let's show the free list info. See how close things are to being full.
Morning, Commander. I'm supplying you with a naval
Greetings,
battalion
Commander.
consisting of submarines, a
Naval
frigate, and a
fleet
dreadnought.
consisting of
Oh, we have
submarines,
very few
frigates, and a dreadnought.
anything really here.
Yours to command.
You'll also have bomber support, vital for taking the
You
enemy's
shall
valuable
also have
naval
bomber
guns.
support, vital for taking the enemy's valuable naval guns.
Now go kick Kaiser Vlad's
Looks like we're pretty good here, though.
How
So let's
destroy
start
those
doubling.
inferior
They're mighty
frontier
valuable.
dogs and neutralize those naval guns. They are a prized enemy asset.
Clone object. Clone object. Clone object. Object. And let's get some bombers. You know, I think this is the one mission that people have not doubled the units on before. So let's see how it works. Or if it works. Oh, I'm going online. Thank you. Alright, now that we have a bunch of units on the map, let's see how well it fares. Hopefully it doesn't crash. That would be not fun. Looks like band joints 0. Gotta increase that. It's gonna crash. Yep. So that's what causes a lot of those errors. That's really nice to know. So band joints, let's make you 2,000. Save it. But yeah, I really don't think that Dunatsu Island really needs a whole ton of changes. I think it's one of the most fun skirmish maps because it's so so unique. But also the left, or maybe it's the right side, but one of the sides needs a little bit more attention as it doesn't really have much going for it on that side. I was thinking maybe a second factory or something on both sides of the thing so you can double up your speed of respawning or something. Sure. And just so everybody knows, we're raising money for the GoFundMe with this stream. So, if you want to support our project and you like what you're seeing, please feel free to donate.
Morning, Commander. I'm supplying you with a naval battalion
Greetings,
consisting of
Commander.
submarines, a frigate,
Naval
and a
fleet
dreadnought.
consisting of submarines, a frigates,
It's like
and a
joint
dreadnought.
animations are
It's
still
yours for
0, so we're going to get some glitches.
You'll also have bomber support, vital for taking the enemy's valuable
We shall
naval
also
guns.
have bomber support. Vital for
Naval guns didn't even appear on one side entirely. Yeah, they're completely gone. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, let's fix that. Joint animations. Make it 2,000. Save it. And let's reset. pause the media source real quick.
Morning, Commander. I'm supplying you with a naval battalion
Greetings,
consisting of
Commander.
submarines, a frigate, and a
Navy's
dreadnought.
fleet consisting of submarines, of frigates, and a dreadnought. It's yours to command.
Now
You also
it's,
have bomber support, vital for taking.
looks like everything's in order. Let's check the debug. Object animations. Nope, we're not at 0 on anything. Now we just need to go through the battle. Fight. Fight like your lives depend on it. It's storm of bombs.
Destroyed an enemy naval gun.
Naval guns just couldn't keep up. Well, I guess they kept caught up then. So some of the features that we have proposed for a 2.0 version include terrain editing or map edit or menu editing and or have thought about include
Where do you think you're
map
going?
editing, terrain editing, that kind of thing. Menu editing, as well as unit importing and exporting. So if we want to put a house in like a different mission or a unit in a different mission, we could do that. There are some errors that we currently have. I don't know why they happen. So it's still a little bit iffy, but not all of these features will ever come in a 2.0 version if we do have one. But they might come in a later version. It's just some ideas we've been floating. If you have any ideas or anything that you would find interesting in a 2.0 version of the editor, I would be happy to hear about it. We're always brainstorming right now. But yeah, that's the editor. Would anyone like to play some modded missions, or make me create some and then let's play together? I'd love to do that. I wonder what happens if you get above a score of 9,999. I think this mode would be a bit more fun, honestly, just having this many units. This mission feels a bit too much campy. And I think that increasing the amount of units would drastically increase the amount of combat on the map for sure. Let's see if I can get LGG on. Maybe we can play some modded content. So again, we are fundraising for the development of further modding tools where we can possibly create full-blown missions completely from scratch. There is a few things still left to be done, but anything helps. Oh, looks like my game crashed. Love that sound. The homebrew hits. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Let's have some fun with the final mission of the game. 5-4. How many gunships are in the final mission? I don't think it's 6. Anyways, there's a Secret Legion grunt in the final mission of the game for some reason. There's 2 of them in the air transports. For whatever reason, this is the only mission in the entire game that has all 6 factions in a single mission. It's pretty interesting. So let's turn back on the ambient music on the mission. Let's have a little fun with the mining spider. 3D mode. Take a look at this mining spider here. Let's get to capture points. Apparently there are capture points. Where are these capture points? I don't recall any facilities on this map. Top-down view? Nope, nothing. Alright, I guess there isn't one. Go to buildings. Let's clone. Move. Generator. There it is. Let's get rid of you. Go away. There we go. Behold, the mining spider shall burrow beneath Gorgiesburg. Wait a minute. It's a spawn. Show everything. And let's save it. Behold, the Underminer. Alright, it's saved. Now, what's another stupid mod I can make? Those are the explosions you see at the end of the game when you destroy the thing.
The staff of Kalen lies here.
In this glacier.
Unleash that 100 battle station, but do not take time.
This is too boring. You know what? Let's add in some cheats. Cheats manager. Tiny. Echo codes, configure dolphin. Ah. Dang. Enable cheats. Echo codes. There's no download codes button? Or add codes? That's, Oh. Because I don't have the game booted up. That's why. Download codes. There we go. Let's just do... no reload on battleships and tanks. Make the battle station go 10 million kilometers and... I might be able to do that, but I'd have to import that from Battalion Wars 1, I believe. There's also scripts that get rid of the turrets, apparently. Nova's gunships are in retreat. Oh, what shall we do? terrible. Oh, these are indestructible. Just great.
Onward the battle station. Enemy battle station.
Clearly I need some further cheats here. Mining Spider is a bit too powerful.
Marshal, my expeditionary force.
You know what? I think I have a good idea for a mod to make. I think I'm going to convert a single-player mission into a multiplayer mission right in front of you guys.
Those additional gunships can now lift off.
I think you guys would enjoy that. Let's do it. Let's do 1.5. Let that boot up real quick. Alright, now we're going to go to scripts. And we're going to say no to all of these. I'm going to delete that. Good. They're just setting up variables, so I don't need to delete that. I'm not going to. Delete this. And let's delete this. By the way, we can also add a third player through what I'm about to do as well. Save it. Save it. Save that. Here's what I was talking about with the despawn units scripts, by the way. This kind of stuff. Don't need that at all. Save that. Save it. Game flow. All of this should continue to work even after just deleting all these scripts, but the mission itself should be bare bones at this point. Save that. Definitely don't need a pause tutorial. Nobody likes those things anyway. This will probably be the most interesting thing I do on stream today. Debug out scoring was used by the devs but never used apparently. Final build. delete that, and I have saved all of these, right? Yes. Just making sure. And I'm not going to touch music. Just because I want music to stay in the game. Score screen. I'm not going to touch that. Save that. I believe that's all the scripts. Just making sure they're all the same thing. Alright, good. Good. Alright, now I'm going to go into level settings. Preload level settings. And let's go to this object. Find an XML for ID. And let's add another object and call it then player player 2 HUD will be its name. Before I add that, let me record its ID. Add the object. It's player 2 HUD. Interesting. I must not have replaced this because it already has a player 2 HUD in here. Interesting, so let's delete this object. Oh well. Remove object. And then let's go to level settings here. Add the player 2. Save. Level type, skirmish or co-op. Let's do co-op. Let me check and make sure that's correct. If I go to modded files, data, compound files. What level is a, let's see here, combat patrol, MP12. MP12, where are you? So if I go into over here, multiplayer co-op. Save that. Set the number of players to 2. And now we gotta find this player camera. Alright. Clone that object. Edit the object. Call it flags 24, I believe. Yep. And then we're going to set it on to an Anglo Isles unit. Pick one. I'll pick you, Pikachu. let's set its target to that. Save it. And that should be all I needed to do to make this level multiplayer. I believe so. That was a rough turnover though, so things might be a bit glitchy specifically with the HUD and its positioning, but let's see if it worked. Oh wait, I gotta do one more thing. So because it's a single player mission, I have to desktop imports. I have to move it into a multiplayer mission slot. So this is 1.5. Clone that, and I'm going to put it in MP1 slot. So it's going to be type co-op. Players 2, physics enabled. And let's save it. I think we're good to go. Only use for replace, yep. This mission should now be multiplayer. Most basic sense, without any major issues. And I replaced it with MP1, so that will be Lightning Strike. Moment of truth. Fast forward it. Ignore, please. Work. Pretty please. Cherry on top. So it looks like I left some scripts in because the movement and stuff are still frozen for both players. But the music's not working properly. I'm gonna just go ahead and empty out those scripts. But now we have a multiplayer mission, guys! Out of a single player mission. Somehow the HUDs are in the right place, too. Very interesting. Would not have expected that. So let's go ahead and empty that out. It's clearly, it caused an error. Somewhere. Save. Score screen, let's get rid of that. Distances. I'm not sure if I touched this one or not. I did. All saved. Is it global? Save. So they may both be frozen by default. I might have to add in a line of unfreeze both of them. Set the player constants. So I'll go ahead and do that in a second here, after I confirm that there's no error with this one this time. Okay, clearly there is still an error. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at the global script entities and set them up. So let's use you. Entity initialize. Let's look for this object right here. Camera. We have entity initialize open. Player camera. Look for player. Alright. Player cam 2 here. So let's call it player 2, player 1, camera. Player 2 and player 1 camera. I'm gonna go to this script. Unfreeze. Constant. I don't remember how to do this off the top of my head. I need to look at another one here. Load this one up. Let's see its scripts. Cutscene scripts, that's what I'm looking for. If is network player, then set cutscene cam 1. Two. Phone message. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It's never freezing player controls here because there's no cutscene in between, so I'm gonna have to go to a single player mission and boot that one up. Hey, Skis 17. Alright, so let's take a look at the scripts. Cutscene 1 intro. Unfreeze player 1. There it is, that's what I wanted. Camera. One camera, unfreeze constant player 1. Is networked player 2. UWO. Player 2 camera. Player underscore 2. Now there are 3s and 4s. Let's take a look at how game says end. Okay. So if I go back to SP and 5. Mobile mining spider. Go ahead and save my script edits. Make sure they're all saved everywhere. Save them. Doesn't register any changes. Don't like that. Space shouldn't make any difference in whether it runs or not, so. Let's boot it up. I've also tested out a third player as well before. Actually, this is me recreating a previous mod I've done. Some buildings have the capability to move, actually. So, it's feasible that it could be possible to make the mining spider move at some point. Okay, clearly there's an error of some kind. I don't know what. Alrighties then. Let's get rid of the space. I don't know what the comment out is on a. Let's find out if it's my script or what. Let's get rid of the set camera. Let's try that. File save. Because clearly it's just dark screened right now. What profile is this on? This is moldy. Okay. Is this GPT? Now I have control.
Your cowardice heaps shame upon the Solar Empire.
And somehow that messaging continues to come anyway. Would anyone like to play as the Solar Empire? They have to run on Dolphin because it'll error out on Wii. Oh, and this is not set to be just a regular AI, so it's going to be underground. Approaching in the distance.
Your cowardice heaps shame upon the Solar Empire.
Now, what do you think would happen if I switched it to player 3 instead? Anyone want to take a guess? Or a gander? Whatever you want to call it.
Your cowardice heaps shame upon the Solar Empire.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had cheats on. And some units respawn via XML, so they can do that. So let's go ahead and add a third player. What do you guys think? Let's see here, where are the grunts? You, what's your object flags or whatever?
Your cowardice heaps shame upon the Solar
4.
Empire.
Let's just set it to 0. You individually, you will be my special test case, and I will clone one. And you gonna sit right over here on this land. And I gotta make the RPG towers go away, so go away. Go away. There we go. And you shall
Your
be our
cowardice
new
heaps shame upon the
unit.
Solar Empire.
Let's find out what happens third player. Because the constants for the player 3 actually exist. So if I go to... Where is it? Not scripts. Level settings? Yes. Level settings. Right here. I can set the number of players to 3. Set the player HUDs. That's so weird. The Anglo HUD is working properly. If we go to the preload, it's a no army. I didn't even think about that. That's the issue right there. That's what's causing the issue. It's the angle aisles, so I need to set that to angle aisles. Need to go to the base object. Where are you? Angle. The angle aisles. Here it is. And let's go to level settings. Then let's set it to Western Frontier over here. I need the base. And then the level settings. Save. Alrighty. And now we need to add another HUD. So let's go to Game HUDs. Hit for XML and ID. Copy this. Add object. Layer 3 HUD. Let's make this a add object. Right, so we should have a new HUD now. That's correct. And I'm gonna paste it into here. Now let's go to our script. If is network player 3. Now we need to add a camera. Clone object. Let's set its chase target to the correct value. Edit object, chase target, save, and then we got to change the flag. So I need to go to my flag documentation over here and look at instance flags. Vehicle flags, objective flags, camera flags. That's not the one I want though. I need instance flags. Camera instance flags. Here they are. I need player cam, so I need 16. 16 and 32 together. So I think I need 16 and 32 together. I'm not sure there. So that would be 46. Instance flags 46, but that doesn't sound right. Doesn't seem right. So 21 would be 16 and 4. So that's player cam and 1, screen 1. And player cam. Okay, so I need 16 and 32. Yes, so that's 46. Wait. $16 and 32 is 48. What the hell's wrong with me? Alright, so there we go. Save. Let's see what stupidity happens. Because I know it won't connect a third instance. What happens with 3 players? Let's find out. Ooh. Error on this one straight out. Straight out of the gate. Did not like that. But, you know, there's another test we can do. Let's find out what happens when I boot it in single player. We know what happens when we boot it in single player with 2. But what happens if I do it with 3? Anyway. Oh. Oof. Fleet crash. So what happens if I set the player count back to 2? Save it. Let's get the first error. Is it? There it is, yeah. And it refuses. That's unfortunate. Well, it's almost 2 hours in for the stream. I think I'll end it off after this last test here. It's been an interesting stream, I think. Well, since there's a third HUD, I guess it wouldn't like that, would it? Not being able to find a player camera for it. Nope. Maybe it was the troop I added. Interesting. Alright, what else did I add? Let's see here. Maybe this ID is used. Let's find out. Let's take a search, find objects. Text search. Nope. Just one result. Interesting. Well, I think this has been a good, productive stream. I'm gonna end it off now. It was nice chatting with you all and streaming with you all. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys later.